Hi everyone, so today I'll be doing a relatively small collective haul from TJ.Maxx, Costco, but let me go over the item that I picked up at TJ.Maxx. So I know some people haven't been seeing Homeworx candles at their stores, but mine, especially one location close to my workplace, has quite a few. They have a lot more 3 wicks this time compared to last year. They predominantly just had 4 wicks. But this was one of the 18-ounce 4-wick candles that I really liked. I think first because of the cardinal bird in the label or on the label, and I really enjoy fruit, I guess like fruit dominant fragrances for the winter as well. So this is a Homeworx candle in the fragrance Joy. So on the bottom below, it looks like the pour date, or this is a 2024 candle. It's not a 2025 candle. Fragrance notes: fir needles, holly berries, blackberries, and balsam. So you can tell that this one's a little bit older because it has the dust cover. So I think that the fir and balsam note are really toned down. It smells a little bit watery, like kind of how the snow outdoors is depicted on the label. But I do get a prominent berry note. I'm getting a little tinge of a cranberry. The blackberry isn't super dark and juicy. It's just like slightly fruit liquid, but not like a berry that you've like fully juiced and it's like a concentrated fruit. Yeah, I like it. And this one, I got it regular price for $14.99. These used to be $16.99, but I figured for that price, I'll give it a go. Okay, I would have waited for this to go on sale potentially, but it was the only one in the store, so I don't want to take that risk. All right, to quickly go over the items that my sister picked up, she got a Misha Time Revolution First Essence. So this one is a smaller format. I believe it's 120 milliliters, and I want to say the previous version used to be like 150, 170, but the price is still pretty good, and we don't have to get it overseas, so this one's $7.99. And then she also wanted to try this Pucangule, what is it, eye patches. I'm kind of surprised she wanted this, but I think she wanted it in the morning so her eyes get a little bit puffy. And she has like spoons that she uses as well as rollers. So this one was on sale for $10. So I believe that she's going to put that in the fridge and then use it when we go into work. All right, and then the other 2 items, I thought they were also from TJ.Maxx, but no, she got it at Marshall's. So, okay, this one is a little like gift set, travel size thing. It's from the brand Pharmacy Melt and Moisture Minis Green Clean. I think one of them is like the cleansing balm, and I don't know what the other one is, but she did open this up and everything is there, even though the packaging looks a little bit weird. Melt and Moisturizing Minis. Okay. So I think she's going to go ahead and test this out. $12.99. So she must have really wanted to test this particular product, or maybe they don't have it in Ulta and Sephora. Next, the item that she was really surprised to find, and she decided to get it because she does use this product. It is the Paula's Choice Softening Cream Cleanser. I believe she uses this on her body, $19.99, but I believe that the regular price is almost double this amount. And she told me that she really likes this. She now has her own bathroom, so all of her products she took with her. Maybe if I use her shower or her bathroom, I'll try this out, but it does seem like a good formula. And I like that it says that it's a rich, clean cream cleanser. All right, next to briefly talk about Costco. So I went with my mom and my sister. I don't have a Costco membership, so I just use my mom's or my dad's, who's ever with me. And they had Poopery. The normal price is $19.99, but I don't think this is still going on, but I believe there was a manufacturer coupon for $7 off. So this one came out to $12.99. So I believe I posted this on my Instagram, but they have these 3 pretty big size bottles. From left to right, we have cedar balsam, which I'm the most excited for, whipped almond, and sandalwood suede. So I think the one that I'm a little bit hesitant about is that suede one. But yeah, that's a really good price because these you find them at like TJX stores. I think now they're going for about $6.99 or maybe even more because the prices have been going up. And then right here, you just have the fragrance notes to all of them. Yeah, so I don't know which one my sister wants to try out first because definitely these two, they seem very gourmand-like, so I don't know how that's going to work out. But Costco tends to have like seasonal pooperies, I believe, during the spring and was it the summertime? But there was one that was like vetiver and like florals and stuff. So, but for $7 off, that's a good deal. And then the other item that I wanted to try out, despite the fact that I didn't get that good, I guess, throw. I'm not sure if that would be a word, but it didn't really work as well as my Little Tree fragrances. But this one had a coupon, so I think it was like $7. But it's the Yankee Candle car jars. So we have balsam and cedar, sparkling cinnamon, spiced pumpkin, Macintosh, and Christmas cookies. So I think that the one that's going to be the weakest is this Christmas cookies one, but I'll probably mix it with like, I don't know, the Macintosh or something. Because all of these, especially like these 3 cents at the top, I feel like they're going to be pretty strong. And it had a coupon, so I figured might as well. And then the last thing that I got from Costco, they were randomly giving away free Glade plugins. I don't have them with me, but it's just the like in Costco, you tend to buy that packet that has one Glade plugin and like 8 refills. So the guy who was giving them out didn't really say exactly why he was giving away free Glade plugins, but he was. All right, so I'm going to include this in whatever collective haul I have going on at the time, but I ended up placing 2 separate orders at Homeworx. I'm not an ambassador, so I used an ambassador discount code, which is 3 Wick Thesis, Tracy over at the 3 Wick Thesis candle channel. And the reason why, because even though I don't really like paying that much for Homeworx candles, and normally on the Slacken & Co website, that's the case. Plus, before, when it was the Homeworx Stop Shop website, you didn't have to pay route protection, and now that's a thing similar to Kringle and like other websites. I'm getting off track. But there was a sale going on, and the ambassador codes were, for some reason, instead of like 10 or 15% off, whatever the usual rate is, it was taking off 25%. And it was free shipping, which is always a great thing. Plus, I have the shop app and they randomly gave me $5. So, all in all, I ended up paying $9 exactly for one of these candles. And then the other candle was like $8.93, if I'm remembering correctly, because I did have some cents in shop cash. I was a bit worried because when I got the email that said your order had shipped, it said like, hey, we were essentially, this order is not protected. Go to route if anything happens. And I thought, oh no, it's FedEx. Normally when I have problems, it's usually FedEx. Side note, I've had quite a few broken candles from Woodwick/Yankee Candle that I need to contact customer service. So I thought, okay, I don't mind if they're broken, but I just need to receive them because normally FedEx holds onto the package, at least the one that delivers to our house. Okay, besides the point, I was a bit worried because 2 boxes arrived. This one was okay. This one had a big gaping hole in it, so I just could not wait. I had to open it. It was a box in a box with some bubble wrap. But thankfully, I think it made it. And that candle is Peach Upside Down Cake. The first time I smelled this candle, it was in store, I believe at a TJ.Maxx store. I got it for $13 plus whatever tax was at the time. And I really enjoyed it, even though it's really light, because I'm a sucker for peach gourmand, specifically scents that remind me of like peach cobbler, specifically peach crumble, anything like that. So this one, the pour date is October 24th, 2024. Fragrance notes: ripe peach, brown sugar, crumble, sweet orange, and baked crust. I think I already have I do have a review on this, but I remember thinking, I really like it. It's pretty similar to what I'm going for. I just need a crust note, but I've gone more into vendor wax, so I think I could have vendor wax warming as I'm burning this one, but let me go ahead and smell it. And you can see here, no more dust covers. I think Homeworx is cutting costs. So it's very creamy. I believe that my critique is that I wish there was more of a crumble crust note, either from a pie or some type of more carbs. And I feel like the orange note is more apparent, at least to the first candle that I burned. But then again, it had a different batch code. But yeah, really happy that I have Peach Upside Down Cake. I'll probably burn it next year because I have other Homeworx candles that I want to burn relatively soon. All right, so here's how that wonky box looks like. Let me go on to the other one because I haven't opened up this one. But just looking at it, it looks okay. All right, here's the bottom of it. I opened it this way because my information, like shipping, is on the other side. All right, and this is a new to me fragrance. I've never smelled this one before. I was very tempted to get another peach upside down cake, but I figured I'd try a new one. I was down between this one and the cranberry sauce, but I feel like sometimes cranberry fragrances can be a little bit too tart-like. So I figured, you know what, sweet potato pie, let's go with that one. Pour date is, I believe, May 7th, 2024. I haven't really been looking at batch codes from Homeworx candles, so there might be that or July 5th, but I'm pretty sure it's May 7th. Anyways, fragrance notes: sweet potato, pumpkin puree, toasted marshmallow, brown sugar. I don't think I thought I would see pumpkin puree. That's interesting. I don't really like pumpkin. Oh, and this one has a dust cover. Who knows? Okay, so this is how all of the candles used to be like. They used to have dust covers and stuff. I guess they had extras lying around. All right, so this one, it's not a love. Borderline, I don't think I would purchase this again just based on how it smells on cold. I do pick up on this like peeled potato type starchy note, but I think the pumpkin is really throwing me off. Yeah, I don't really care for pumpkins. I'm gonna see if my sister likes this one, but not a ton, if any. Toasted marshmallow. Yeah, I'm not really getting that. And brown sugar, maybe that might come to life, but it's not overly sweet or anything. If anything, it just smells like a mixture of potato and pumpkin puree. Yeah, this one's interesting. I'm curious to see how this one will burn. I don't know if I should burn this right away, but then again, I have other candles that I want to burn prior to this one, so I think I'll wait. So yeah, those were the two candles that I picked up, and I only got those from the Slacken & Co website because they ended up being less than $10, which now at the TJX stores, it's harder to come by them, and if you do, they normally sell out at $14.99. But honestly, I don't think I would make another purchase because this whole route protection thing, I don't really want to gamble on a candle potentially coming broken. And it's not even that, because my FedEx delivery drivers, they just take the broken box and they don't even give it to you. So it's hard to kind of like repurpose the candle, because I wouldn't mind, trying to like freeze it or chop it and then, use it in a candle crock or in a candle lamp. But if they take the box, I'm kind of out of luck. Anyways, I'm rambling. Thank you so much. All right, so a quick add-on to my very belated collective haul. These are all candles. The one that I will show you first is from my sister's favorite CBD candle brand. I actually am the one who found this when we were in the store. And I think my sister's just worried that they're not going to have these candles anymore. So I let her, well, it's not like I really wanted this scent, but I think that she would like it a bit more. So this is bourbon vanilla from the brand Candlebiss. So I love it that it has the fragrance notes: sweet vanilla, butterscotch, brown sugar blend with warm cardamom and peppercorn, while aged bourbon. What is that? Oak and smoky patchouli at death. So this one, I don't really get a smoky patchouli. This is actually not the correct lid, but there was an extra one and it happened to fit. So the normal price of this is $9.99. You can see two sticker price reductions, $8, and then she got it at $6, and that's a really good deal. This is 12 ounces and it's a single wick. So she always has to burn these in her Hurricane that I got for her at Home Goods, and it does pretty okay, but honestly, I think 2 wicks would make this perform a bit better, and they tend to be light, but she uses them to relax while she's working. I'm very surprised she didn't pick up on the patchouli, because she normally doesn't like that fragrance note at all. Well, I guess it'd be slightly boozy because of the bourbon. So I don't really get too much of the oak, and I definitely am not getting a smoky patchouli. It just smells kind of like bourbon that's like heated up and you're drinking it warm instead of cold. Do I get vanilla? Slightly. There's a slight sweetness to it. Butterscotch, I think maybe that's why it's leaning a little bit honey caramel syrup like. Yeah, this one's really good. And for $6, that's a great deal. But okay, what I was really excited to find, I think on the subreddit candles, people were posting that they found some Nest candles, and I got 2 of these, and I'm not sure even at this point in time if I should keep both of them or return. So in my area, for some reason, I've seen that other people find the 8.1 single wick vessels, which honestly for Nest, they perform in terms of strength, at least the ones that I've had, which I've only had like 2. And they are priced where I'm at $29.99, but I see that other people have found them for $24.99. So I'm not sure what's up with the discrepancy. Well, the cost of living is higher here, so maybe, but that kind of sucks for people who live in more like crowded, populated areas. Anyways, that's besides the point. But the 3 wicks, I think honestly are a good deal. So I got 2 3 wicks. The first one is from the Wellness Collection, and it is in Driftwood and Chamomile. So this is a 3 wick, so it's 21.1 ounces, and the price is $39.99. So I'm pretty sure that's a better price than the 3 wicks at Nordstrom Rack, which is another place where you can find discounted Nest candles. So this one, I believe the fragrance notes are listed in the back right here. It says unplug and unwind at the end of the day with calming, comforting, and soothing notes of chamomile, driftwood, sandalwood, and vanilla bean. So awesome. This one, it looked pretty good. It looked like it hadn't been tampered with or anything, and they still have the dust cover and everything. If you have a Homeworx 4-wick lid, it does fit on these Nest 3-wick candles. And I think the main notes that I am getting are definitely like a creamy sandalwood, not too much of the driftwood. It's not really reading salty to me. The chamomile is very, I'm going to say promising, but the chamomile is very well executed. It's very present. There's the word that I was trying to search for. And I do like that it has a sweet or like a touch of sweetness from the vanilla bean, but it's not making this a gourmand fragrance to me. It just smells like a very well executed, like creamy tea, but not that it's drinkable by any means. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep this. I'm just a bit worried that this one will not perform well because from the reviews that I've seen and read on YouTube or on Instagram, that they tend to get discolored. I don't know if they tunnel. I'm assuming that they wouldn't. Ooh, I kind of hit it. That there wouldn't be an issue with tunneling, but definitely an issue with discoloration. All right, and then the other Nest 3-wick candle that I found, you see, I would for sure keep these if they were single wicks, but I could not find these scents in a single wick format. They just had 3 wicks for whatever reason. So the next one, I was really drawn into the packaging. I think I will repurpose it to put maybe like cotton rounds or like some other type of storage space up in here, maybe wax. But that is this 3-wick from Nest in the scent Indian Jasmine. And when I saw Indian Jasmine, I thought, oh my gosh, is that like Jasmine Sambac? Because I have 2 jasmine plants at my house. I have a star jasmine and I have Arabian jasmine, which I think the correct like technical name is Jasmine Sambac, and they do smell very, very different. So this one right here, it says immerse yourself in a in the lush jasmine fields of India with intense jasmine absolute surrounded by bright red berries, sparkling bergamot, and spicy pink pepper. So there we go. And I believe that it's the same price. Yeah, $39.99. If this was in a single wick, I would for sure get it. Here it is. Again, another dust cover. Oh, and I didn't take out the other one, but this one, it has very pretty leaves and stuff. And this one smells like a perfume to me, but it also reminds me of when my jasmines are blooming, they're fully opened, they're not in their bud form anymore. And there's something just very beautiful about it. I feel like the jasmine that I have smell even more intense at night, similar to how night blooming jasmine are. But yet this one still smells a little bit green in a sense. I don't know if they're trying to mimic that like jasmine that is still out in the garden perhaps. I'm not picking up on the spicy pink pepper that was listed, but the bergamot I can envision that because sometimes bergamot means a little fresh and green, which I do get from this. So yeah, I don't know. Out of these 2, I think my sister really likes the Indian jasmine, so I think I might keep both of them. Yes, I don't know. I really like the scent, but again, I wish it was in a single wick. So yeah, that was my quick add-on. Nest Indian Jasmine 3-wick, and then another Nest Driftwood and Chamomile, along with my sister's CBD candle. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.